Could you please welcome again one of the faces and voices of the coming independence generation, or the iGen, as I have just cordially described it. Could you please welcome Suki Sangha from the Radical Independence. Suki Sangha, a big thank you.
Whoa!
I'm not a nationalist, I'm a trade unionist, and I'm here to say why I support an independent Scotland. There are no guarantees that under an independent Scotland we'll have X, Y or Z. But there's one thing for sure, that if we retain the status quo, then there are some certainties. More Tory cuts that, as we know, are destroying our communities and our public sector. More support for American wars in the Middle East, and a continuation of racist immigration policies which scapegoat refugees and asylum seekers in our communities. People are sick of the status quo. We need to put forward an alternative vision of what we want our society to look like, and then fight like hell to ensure it happens. We need to recognise that the referendum could be won or lost on whether or not we can win Labour voters to the cause of independence.
Why can't we?
As trade unionists, we need to see independence as an opportunity for our movement. The trade unions are the last progressive force of the Labour movement. We can call for the repealing of anti-trade union laws, for the right to strike to be respected, for universal free childcare, bright futures for our young people, and dignity for those in old age. Trade unionists will support independence, but only if they believe in what all working class people want, and that's the right to a decent and dignified life, from the cradle and to the grave. People are angry, trade unionists are angry. Billions of pounds are being spent on war and Trident every year while they cut our public services. How dare the British state send working class Scots to die in Iraq and Afghanistan whilst they cut our public services and for their own imperialist interests? Tony Blair's involvement in the No campaign speaks volumes of the kind of Britain that they champion. As we know, Tony Blair is responsible for waging an illegal war in Afghanistan and Iraq, and is responsible for the death of thousands of people. We should support the motion to charge Blair with war crimes if he ever stepped foot in Scotland. We need an independent Scotland that opposes militarism, that finds common cause with the people of the world, and supports the Palestinians' right to self-determination. I have a message for our brothers and sisters in the SNP. Do not support NATO. NATO is nothing more than a war machine that over the last 10 years has been waging a war in Afghanistan. We will not tie Scotland to an aggressive force which supports nuclear weapons across Europe. We cannot tie ourselves to American military power. Independence gives us a chance to break from the bloodshed inflicted by America. We will win independence, but only if we oppose NATO, if we stand against the imperialist wars abroad, and because we say no to Trident. Independence is about standing up for all those people who haven't had a voice under the British state. Independence is about the 50% of children in Summerston who will grow up in child poverty. Independence is about the pensioners in Leith who will have to choose this winter between putting food on their table and heating their homes. Independence is about the young people in Dundee who will have no other choice but to join the army because they can't get into university or college. And finally, independence is about the child in Fallujah in Iraq who will grow up without parents, suffering from defects from birth because of the uranium bombs sent down by Tony Blair and George Bush. Let's fight together for an independent Scotland. Let's fight together for a people's independence, for a better world, and for a better Scotland. I'm supporting the Radical Independence Conference, which takes place on the 24th of November in Glasgow, where people are coming together from across Scotland and beyond to discuss and debate how we build that people's independence, and I hope you can join us. Thank you.